Welcome back, everybody. 44 minutes after the hour. After a 3-month impasse, PepsiCo has found the sweet spot in its bid to take over its 2 biggest bottlers. The world's second-largest soda maker has agreed to pay $7.8 billion to take control of Pepsi bottling in Pepsi Americas. Now, the deal gives Pepsi control of about 80% of the North American beverage market, specifically for PepsiCo. Our Zachary Miter covers M&A for us and joins us with more. So, let's talk about PepsiCo, first of all. I mean, didn't work out the first time. They went after it a second time. Why was it so important to get the bottlers?
Well, it's interesting because 10 years ago, PepsiCo did the opposite, and they actually spun off their bottling operation to create Pepsi bottling. And now Indra Nooyi, who was then CFO, now the chief executive officer, has decided that it now makes sense to buy the bottlers back. It'll save a lot of costs. This is a business that's not growing anymore.
Right.
So they want to cut costs. And she also thinks it's a way of sort of simplifying the way they deliver all of their products, not just Pepsi-Cola.
Right. And important enough, Zach, that they made an initial offer and then they came back with a second offer that was more money. So obviously pretty important to them in terms of strategy. Let me talk to you in terms of what we're seeing with this. I mean, is this really a strategic deal, or does this say something more broadly about the M&A environment in your view?
I think it shows the kinds of deals that can get done in this market. I mean, the second quarter was, I think, the worst for the M&A market in at least 5 years.
Miserable, yeah.
Yeah, and here you have an investment-grade giant corporation, PepsiCo, one of the biggest consumer products companies in the world, and they have the capital that they can use this opportunity to go out and buy things that are less expensive than they were a few years ago.
Right. I mean, any chance that this deal falls apart at this point, or not really?
It's pretty certain at this point because there's very little risk of antitrust. These companies are already working closely together, and they have been for years.
Right.
And PepsiCo obviously is going to have no problem financing the transaction.
Does it mean anything different for consumers, or it's really more kind of in terms of how things operate?
Well, I think one of the things it'll do is it'll help PepsiCo negotiate with its big retailers like Walmart. For instance, right now, Pepsi bottling delivers some Pepsi products to Walmart, and PepsiCo delivers others. PepsiCo, of course, is more of a snack maker than they are a drink maker. They're the world's biggest snack maker, and so this will allow them to deal with the retailers just sort of with one voice.
Okay, that kind of seems to be more logical.
Right.
Possibly. All right, hey, Zach, thank you so much. Zach Miter breaking down that Pepsi news today.